What's up, guys? Chris here from Mainly Mesh.
Hey guys, Will Walker, comlax.com.
Bo from Laxspot here.
Gary with Grunt Lacrosse.
My name is David Miller and I'm with Epic's 382 crew.
This is Trey with Rougarou Lacrosse. Here is my favorite head ever.
The first head from Epic Lacrosse. The first thing you're going to notice about the Hawk is its design. First being its offset, which they are calling the layback profile.
They've used this kind of lean or tilt to it.
So the scoop is actually below the plane of the shaft.
I actually like how there's pretty much no offset to it until about right here in the head.
What that is an alternative to an offset head. So you can see the plane goes straight across on the Epic Hawk right from the throat area into the sidewall. Doesn't have any offset where a normal head would dip.
So here I have an STX Stallion, as you can tell. It dips down. That's pretty much every single head on the market is offset nowadays.
To give Epic credit, this wasn't designed for your dangle stick. This was designed to be the first high-performing, high-pocket-focused head. This was designed for a college player to go out there and have a super consistent pocket with their otter mesh.
They actually have the Epic logo in a lacrosse ball shape where it'd be where you put your pocket, so the mid-high pocket.
Up top we have 6 holes in good proportion. These are going to give you a nice clean top string or be really good for stringing leathers. On the sidewall we have 19 holes. Thank you, Epic. They are perfectly sized and placed for an ideal pocket. We have 4 holes in the throat and they are square again. It is perfect for doing a single knot bottom string or finishing off your leathers.
In the sidewall, you can see this trestle sidewall. It tapers from a thin design to the thick design.
So after some market research, Epic had found that most players prefer a mid to high or high pocket.
I barely get asked to do low pockets. I've been asked to do like probably 10% of my pockets I've ever strung have been low pockets.
Your pocket's going to sit lower and give you that offset feel and performance without being offset. It's really cool.
And so they really designed this head to cater toward that pocket and cater toward what they call the modern lacrosse player who cradles with 2 hands as opposed to 1 more often.
The bottom rail is what makes up for that. It dips down right there, so you can have a perfect mid-high pocket that can shift around up there and still have a really nice channel, as I have done here.
So even if it's bagging here, you're having that down slope into the high part of the pocket.
But the thing is, because of the way that stringing holes are set up, because of the laid back profile, because of the expanding sidewall, all that adding up together allows for a rather smooth, crisp release. Not where a lot of heads that are designed for a mid-low pocket, you put a high pocket into it and you get this horrible, whippy, snappy high pocket.
Imagine throwing with a mid pocket with no whip at all. Very smooth release, almost like having a no shooters in it kind of feel.
You know, it's got great power when shooting, but you can pass with it just fine, and that's the way I think it should be.
I found that no matter how much kind of hold and whip I try to manufacture in the pocket, it wants to throw straight, and that's impressive. So when I was playing wall ball, I was able to hit the same spot on the wall every single time, which is really nice.
It's really boxy and comes to almost a point out here.
That's how I normally like my face-off heads. I like them to be nice and long here in the throat, and then do the flare.
Where a superpower, you can kind of see it almost hourglasses a tiny bit, right through here, and then it widens out. This stays the same.
The Epic Hawk is fairly stiff towards the base of the head, with a little bit of flex. Not very problematic. And as you get to the top, it holds that rigid nature. But when you move towards the side or angle check, it does start to flex a little bit.
This all flexes the exact same, right through here up to here.
Which is why when you get that clamp, you come up. Anywhere you get that ball in the head, whether it's all the way back, closer to the throat here, you guys can see that, or if it's even further up on the head, somewhere up here, you still get the flex that comes all the way down.
Getting into the details, the Hawk has a lot of special details to it. The first and most apparent being the groove scoop. This scoop is supposed to aid the ball into the pocket on ground balls. My favorite detail is the top rail sprues where they actually stamped in the Epic logo.
It's got a really nice design for the scoop. It's not like
super pointed like some heads are, like at the Nike CEO. I think that one comes up to like a real good point. And so a lot of times when I had that and I try to scoop, that point would just dig into the ground. I didn't like that.
Very nice, good protection lip right here. You can kind of see the light kind of hit off of it. Nice little lip to protect your top string.
It's super light. I don't think there's a head equally as strong that is this light.
And this is like, I think it's 4.8 ounces.
It's got an amazing matte finish that I love.
This is actually made from a polymer. So if you guys don't know what the polymer is, it's actually what a lot of your firearms, like your assault rifles, hunting rifles, it's a synthetic stock that they use, which is actually made of polymer.
Instead of here having some obvious stress points in terms of lower sidewall rail, top here, I used to break a few up there, but mostly the break would come right in this point because it's obviously the longest freestanding point without any real support. Here though, you know, the stress points are across this long bridge, long bridge, long bridge, long bridge, and so most of these are you know, there's not really a vulnerable spot in the head. So durability wise, it's already a big step up.
Another added bonus, it's great for stick tricks. You've got a great catching area right here. The angle as well really plays into a nice soft spot for the ball to sit.
I love that they're innovating, they're trying new things.
They definitely did their homework. They definitely did their research. I don't even want to know how many prototypes they had to get this right.
There's no denying this is a very unique looking head, and when it comes to aesthetics, I think it looks like it's from Halo.
This is definitely going to be something that if you're a really strong shooter, you're going to look to have because it really adds a little bit of velocity to your shot.
If you're looking for mid-high pocket, go get this head. No doubt.
And I absolutely have fallen in love with this head. This has become my favorite head right off the bat.
I would recommend this to midfielders that love to shoot. I would also recommend it to LSM guys that like a little bit of a higher pocket, a little bit more lethal on the offensive side of the field, and are looking for a nice scoop for ground balls.
Go pick up a Hawk and go pick up some Otter Mesh. They are great guys. And yeah, have a good day.